The views, comments, and opinions of the following program do not necessarily reflect those of Morris Media Studios, MorrisMediaLive.com, or its affiliates. Listener discretion is advised.
This is a man's world. But it wouldn't be nothing without a woman on the air. Said one more time. This is a man's world. This is a man's world. But it wouldn't be nothing without a woman on the bed. Yeah. You see, man made the car to take us over the road.
Yo, what's up? How y'all doing today? It's Friday, and it's Welcome to a Man's World. Tighten up your belt. You're not a man until Louis Dix anoints you. But me and Poets, we on the vegan diet. We dropping weight around here, so we losing motherfuckers. So it's just me and Poetess today, y'all. The way it should be. The Bonnie and Clyde of radio. Getting rid of these niggas up in here. It's about time she came to her senses and saw who the talent is up in this bitch. How you all doing today? Jeff Arnold. TDP is on his way, and actually we traded Louis to the ladies' room. So he's on that show. But no, actually your boy Louis, he is in Sacktown, Sacramento this weekend. He's opening for the hilarious Mr. Craig Robertson. So much love and respect. He's back on the road doing this thing. So I've never seen him quite happier. Going back on the road, hitting the clubs like every night. We out grinding, hustling. He putting it in. So, you know, the hard work is starting to really pay off for him. So, yeah, big ups to you, Lou, up there in Sacktown doing your thing. He's featuring for Craig Robertson and Steve White, who's also another beast of a comedian. He's emceeing this weekend. So that's a great show. So if you're in the Sacktown area, please get to the Punchline and check out those three brothers. They are absolutely hilarious. So what's going on today, Portis? How you doing? Yeah, she's taking her time. You know, this shit don't happen on The View. She's happy that I'm here by myself. So we have some alone time. We're going to really get to know each other. How are you today?
I'm doing well, thanks.
You look nice. Your hair is all done. Everything. You look fabulous.
Thank you, Jeff.
You do. You look great, you know. Not that I'm kissing ass because I'm here by myself.
Yeah. Interesting to see how this works out.
It's going to be all right, though. It's going to be all right. It's long overdue. Me and you. It's going to be all right.
It ain't me and you. You are your own.
I'm good. I'm handling mine, you know. I'm handling mine. Start off today, you know, with some tragic news today. You know, we lost a great one in the television industry. And he came and did our show. And I met him once, Mr. Anthony Bourdain. And Kate Spade, they took their lives earlier this week. And that's a serious thing, that depression which leads to suicide. It's a serious thing because we all suffer from it. Some of us handle it and some of us can't. I myself, I've had my darkest hours where, you know, felt like it wasn't worth, you know, taking another breath. But I always found something to pull me through, whether I made myself laugh or something like a check came in the mail and I was cool. It relieved me from all of that, you know. But if you out there and you are depressed today, or you suffering from depression, and you just feel that you just need to be heard, because sometimes a person just actually needs to be heard, listened to. Feel free to call in 323-293-3375. I'm not an expert. I'm not a psychiatrist, but I got a good ear. I'll listen, you know, because I want you to know, as a listener, I value you. I love you. I cherish you. I want you to take another breath. I want you to enjoy your life. Your life means something to someone. If you feel that you're meaningless to the world, someone out there truly appreciates you. Someone needs you. Someone needs to hear your voice. Someone needs to feel your presence. So if you're going through whatever it is, like the great late Ronaldo Ray used to say, and he always used to say it with a smile, he's like, you know, as soon as the swelling go down, it's going to be all right. And it's going to be all right. It's, you know, it's going to be another day. We just got to get through it and help each other.
I think some of it, too, is chemistry, a chemical imbalance. And it isn't always, I think, psychological.
Yeah.
I think it could be the chemical makeup in your body. Like sometimes, for example, when women are going through their cycle, they get highly emotional and depressed.
Oh, yeah, I know that.
Because their hormones are out of whack.
Yeah.
So sometimes that could be the reason. Because some people may appear to have everything, money,
exactly,
family, health,
yeah,
and still in their minds or in their chemical makeup, they're still
they're in that darkness.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like, I don't have it all. I mean, I had a good job. I had family. I had a loved one, you know, but I fell into that depression mode, and it's real. I mean, that depression is absolutely real. Have you ever been depressed?
I've been depressed, but very short periods of time.
And what did you find? Did someone help you, like, pull you out of it, or were you able to walk your way through it?
I'm going to take a stab and say that it was hormonal, the times that I found that I was down and depressed.
Okay. By
the grace of God, I have not had any, like, serious tragedies in my life.
Right.
But other than that, I think I have the normal ups and downs, basically.
And I think what most people suffer through, sometimes it's like money. I think it's like more of a financial burden. People like find themselves in like a financial hole, and they overwhelmed or overconsumed in debt, and they feel like they're drowning in it, and there's no recovery from that. But there is hope for that. There is hope. So like I said, we're here for you today. And also, there's a National Suicide Prevention Lifeline that you can also call if you feel that, you know, you really at that brink where you want to take your life. Before you do, just please take a second to just dial the 800 number. That's 1-800-273-8255. 1-800-273-8255. And that's the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline. So, yeah, because it kind of touched me, like I said, because when I worked as a stage manager on the Late Late Show with Craig Ferguson, he did our show, and he was such a cool guy, just sitting there in his dressing room. He invited me in, and we just talked. I mean, so he kind of like touched my life because I enjoyed his show, Parts Unknown, on CNN, because he took you around the world, and he kind of like opened my eyes up to like new foods and, you know, new places where I just only sit and dream and imagine of going. So, and I was just like, oh man, this guy like took his life, 61 years old. I mean, and he seemed like you just said, he had a nice career. He had money. He had, you know, he had family. He had a beautiful girlfriend. So you try to figure out what drove him to that point, because his best friend was with him because they were filming a segment of his show Parts Unknown in Paris, and his best friend found him in his hotel room. So they don't know the cause of death, but they just know it was a suicide. So if he took pills or whatever, so.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that was the first thing I woke up to this morning. I really dig that dude, just his whole thing about him being it,
Yeah.
But I do have some statistics. This is kind of crazy, but suicide amongst males is 4 times higher than women. They say male deaths represent 79% of all U.S. suicides, according to the CDC. And then they say firearms are the most commonly used method of suicide. I don't understand all the other stuff like hanging and taking pills. I don't know.
Yeah. But some people like choose, the quickest form with the gun. It's like bang, get it over with quick.
But they say women experience depression 2 times the rate of men, though. So I guess they kind of deal with it differently.
I mean, I think it's obviously we all deal with it differently. It's just a matter of, at what's your breaking point to when you get to that extreme where you just like, I just can't deal with this anymore. When does the burden and the weight of it become so heavy that you just say, you know what, I can't deal with this anymore. I don't want to be a part of this society. I don't want to contribute anymore. I don't want to live this life, this type of life the way I'm going anymore. So at that brink, for some people, they cross that threshold and it's like, it's time to end it all. So, I mean, like I said, I only can speak on my behalf, my experience with depression. And I've suffered depression, being in this industry, the stand-up. I mean, it's up and down. It fluctuates. You can be depressed after a great show. You can be depressed after a bad show.
It seems like in this industry it's heightened.
Yeah.
Because people live in this fantasy of what they think this industry is and have these expectations that may never get met. And it's just like, or you're that person way up there and no matter how much or how many people love you or how beautiful people think you are, you still don't feel that about yourself. So it goes to show for the example of Kate Spade and Anthony Bourdain that no matter how much money or how great your life may look to the world, you're human and you have issues.
Right.
And we don't even know what maybe our closest friend or family member may be going through.
Yeah, and that's the whole thing. It's like, that's why we're giving out the number today. It's 323-293-3375. If you know someone that, and the constant thing is too, Port, is that we all say it. I know I tend to say it too. It's like, if you walk around and you feeling bummed out or you feeling depressed and somebody like, you okay? For a male, a black male, is our favorite answer is like, I'm good. I'm cool. I don't want to talk about it. I'm good. I'm good. I'll get through it. So that's like the mechanism of the cover up. I'm good at that. I'm good at that. When I go through, when I go through a lot of shit, I'm like a turtle. I just stick my head in my shell and I just take the lumps and then I'll peek out, look around and make sure it's okay to come out. So if there's anybody out there that because we got some great listeners, we have some great listeners, and we value you for taking the time out to to listen to us for 2 hours every Friday. I welcome that. I love you all. Because
because I was gonna cancel the show, but this nigga was like, I hold it down by myself. I don't need Teeter.
Exactly. Shit.
But with you dealing, because I remember not too long ago you were dealing with a patch of depression.
Yes.
And so do you think the best thing for you is to like be away from everybody, or do you feel like at those times that you could use someone's ear or talk to?
My earpiece, he passed away, my dad. That was my earpiece. I've been extremely depressed, but I've maybe, and just in all honesty with you, because I am honest, my life is an open book. I have nothing to hide. I mean, I've contemplated like maybe once or twice, like taking my life. I've gotten to that point where I'm like, you know what? But then it was the little intricacies that found me you know, to make me laugh within myself. You know what I'm saying?
What method were you gonna use?
I had my 9.
Oh.
Bang, get it over with quick. But then I was like, you know, my dumb ass, you know, my shit gets jammed, and I'd be like, then I end up being brain dead and a vegetable and on life support. Like, that'd be another pain in the ass for my family to deal with. And, you know, and then my dad be like, and my mom, especially my mom, like, this nigga can't even get the shit right. He can't even kill himself, you know. So, but then it was like little things that pulled me out of it, and it was good for me, you know, like, cause my girl would like text me talking about, you know, I'm horny and I need to fuck. And I'm like, oh, okay, I got some pussy. So, okay, I got to save myself, you know, for another day. Or I will make myself laugh. And now is my best medicine is laughter, you know.
Somebody in the chat room said Jeff was going to smoke himself.
No, I was at that point too.
No, you know what? You was going to smoke
with
crack?
with the cocaine?
Yeah, they was making the reference.
I know, no.
Yourself.
I was at that point where I damn near thought I was going to die smoking. Yeah, so I mean.
You was going to have a heart attack?
Yeah. Like, it was interesting.
How long did you have your little coke binge?
It lasted for about...
How many years?
No, it lasted about a year strong. Strong. And it was, other than the baby dick,
which you're now famous for.
That's all right,
I don't know
though.
if I would want to be famous.
That's all good, though, you know. But the other thing that convinced me to stop, it was a couple of other things that solidified it. And one was that I remember I got my income tax check back. And I had got maybe $6,000. And from a Friday to a Saturday, I smoked $5,500.
Golly.
Yes, from Friday night to Sunday night. And I went to work Monday with $700. And I was so fucking mad at myself.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
How much coke is that?
Yeah, we smoked.
Oh, how many people?
It was 5 of us.
Oh, did they put in or
yes.
you just play? You
no,
just
we
supplied
smoked.
the party?
No, we smoked. That's when we were smoking. I mean, it was nonstop. And the thing that was so funny, it was this little busty white girl. She was the coke dealer. And we used to call her ass up. We're like, all right, we need another 8-ball.
Oh, my God.
You know, and we gave her so much business that weekend. She made about 15 to 20,000 off of us that weekend.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah. And we just smoked. And I mean, from 8 o'clock Friday night.
Now, doesn't the come down off that high make you depressed?
Yes. Very.
So you went to work depressed that day? Or
very
what?
depressed. Very depressed.
Damn, $4,800.
Yeah, no, $5,500 I smoked.
You spent all the $5,500 on that?
Yes. In little increments, okay, and you don't even know that it's going because it goes so fast. That's how fast that shit goes. You all right, let me get an 8-ball. How much an 8-ball? 300. You go get that. Then you smoke that within 20 minutes.
Okay, no. So how long did it take you to
You want to know?
to smoke $5,500 worth of dope?
From Friday night 8 o'clock to Sunday to 2 o'clock, early Monday morning, 2 o'clock Monday morning, nonstop. Didn't sleep or nothing. Didn't eat anything. Because the thing about freebasing is that first high is a motherfucker. It's euphoric. I mean, it's better than an orgasm. It really is. And I mean, you just sitting back and you really on a cloud of titties, some nice big titties.
Oh my God.
And and that's the whole thing is you chase that first high. So you start off with, they say, a little, this big right here, a little Godfather, and that's like a little pebble.
You are really damn.
Yes.
Don't have no flashbacks up in here.
Oh no, I'm good though, because I ain't got a shit. Because that was one of the things that before you freebase, you took a bowel movement. It just comes because the ether that you knew that was going in your body, it just cleansed you out. So you just sat there and you took that first big hit, and you hold that shit, and you just and you went on cloud 9.
It's a trip how many great people that shit took down.
Oh, yes. Yes. But it took down.
But on the other hand, I know somebody who's been smoking crack for over 30 years, and it's almost like it's preserved their body, like they haven't aged or like
they know how to consume. They know what they do is. It's initially for me and the other people that I smoked with, it was like the first high, and that's what we were chasing, because you used to add more and more to get that. And you'd be like, all right, I got to put just a little bit more in to get that first one. And I mean, it goes by so fast. And then you just become like what we used to say it as, you become a chef, like Chef Boyardee. Because while you smoking it, you got another nigga over there cooking it up.
Wow.
And you had the test tube with the little wire
That's just
hanging.
doing too much. And how flammable is that? I mean, could your shit blow? Is it like...
Yeah, but you master this shit. It's like culinary skills.
Okay, so how did you end up beating... Was that the last time after you...
No, the last time, that was a contributing factor. But then my cousin, he was selling it too. So when I went to work and the motherfucker called me up, that's where solidified it. That's when I was like, I'm done with this shit. Because the motherfucker called me up on a Friday, a non-payday. And he's like, yo, what's up with you tonight? I'm like, nothing. He's like, yo, man, you want to hit? I'm like, I ain't got no money. He like, that's cool. I'll front you. I know you get paid next Friday. And when he knew my payday, I was like, I was done.
Wow.
I was like, I'm good. I got to get this shit up.
How you mad he know your payday when you know every other Friday you...
I was... Yeah. That's how far gone you get into that shit. I mean, luckily for me, I always came with cash. I never got credit. So I always paid cash up front. And I always smoked what I paid for. And then it was after that, I was like, all right, I'm good. But the feeling, because when you start coming down, it's like a roller coaster. You gradually start coming down, and then you try to balance out, and then you want to take that lift, and you want to go back up. So sometimes with me, it was because with my brother, what they used to do, they used to call it 8-ball, and that's when they take a Newport cigarette, and they take out some of the tobacco, and then they lace the end with cocaine with tobacco, and motherfuckers would get fucked up that way, Or with me, it was a shot of Crown Royal that will boost it and it'll give you that equilibrium, or a toot, So yeah, it was. Anybody got any cocaine stories want to share? I'm not the only one.
Well, look, we got a couple comments in the chat room. Somebody said, we used to love to see guys like Jeff come and buy an 8-ball at a time.
Yeah.
And somebody gave the show In a Smoker's Pipe with Jeff Arnold.
Yeah, but that's the reality of it was, though, I mean, the girl that used to sell it to us, but she showed us love too, though. So you used to get back maybe like a 16th with the 8. And I was like, all right, cool. Because we gave her that weekend, we gave her business. We gave her business that weekend. So, but then back then we was all hustling. We was making money. So it was like, all right, this is our recreation. This is what we want to do. So it's cool.
George said these are tales from the crack side.
Exactly. And I know.
You know what? I grew up partly in East Palo Alto, and back in the 80s, there was a serious crack epidemic.
Yeah.
There, and as I graduated high school and moved out to LA, a lot of my friends I grew up with got caught up in that, for years smoking crack. They got messed up behind that.
Really? Did any of your friends, did they die from it?
I don't know any of them who have died, but one who is my friend still today is a fully recovered addict.
Crack addict.
From that era.
Yeah. Yeah, it was bad. But that was like what we call, that was like microwave freebase then, because it was already made. So, $10, $20 hits and all of that. So you went through a whole lot of money on that shit. Niggas used to come by with gym shoes. The dope game is a vicious motherfucker, Nigga be like, because I sold it for a minute too. And I remember selling it, and then motherfuckers would come to me for like $100. Nigga bring me like, hey man, can I get a gram? I'm like, yeah, I got you. I'm gonna hook you up. And it's like, what $100 at? Then they give you like $72 and some steaks, and a bag of socks. Like, this is all I got. at 3 o'clock in the morning. So that's what you was working when. That's what you was dealing
So
with.
you would get merchandise like TVs and
Broke TVs, back then and there, VCRs, albums was the shit.
George Holt, who's in the chat room and former police officer, says we used to love finding all that cooking paraphernalia laying around when we kicked in the door.
Exactly. The wire hangers, the test tubes. George know what I'm talking about, the test tubes, the baking soda, all that shit. You know how you whip that shit up like that in that test tube and bring that little rock up?
Oh my God.
With the razor blade and the plate?
You get a little bit too excited, Jeff.
Exactly. I know what I'm doing, girl.
Wow.
But no, you feel free today. This is, it's an open forum. So we want you to, like we said earlier, we want to reiterate, if you know someone that's feeling depressed, or if there's a listener out there that's feeling depressed, you feeling down today and you on the verge or you contemplating on taking your life, we don't want you to do that. We want you to live another day. We want you to live another second, another minute, another hour. So please, we will listen to you if you call in. If you feel you need to rant, if you feel you need to get shit off your chest and you just really going through, we're here to listen to you. We'll take the opportunity and we'll open up the phone line to you. We want to hear you, because you are appreciated. You are loved. And that number is for us. If you want to call us and talk to us, it's 323-293-3375. If you feel that we can't benefit or help you, there is a National Suicide Prevention Lifeline that you can also call, 1-800-273-8255. That's 1-800-273-8255.
I think we got a call right now. Hang on.
What happened to the ring?
Keep hanging up.
They don't want to talk to me. They don't want to talk to Lewis. I can give y'all Lewis' personal cell phone number,
Don't dare.
No.
Here's a couple of other statistics. They said that lesbian, gay, and bisexual kids are 3 times more likely than straight kids to attempt suicide at some point in their lives. And interesting enough, African American, Latino, and Native American, also Asian people who are lesbian or gay attempt suicide at especially higher rates, because I guess in their culture
it's not acceptable.
Right.
Yeah, and the mocking and the teasing. Hey, it's 2018. We have to accept and we have to be tolerant of everyone. We have to just sit back and say, you know what? It's okay. It's not like when our grandparents, our parents were rearing us and bringing us up. You have to understand it's a different time. It's a different vibe. It's a different world that we live in. It's a progressive world. Whether you're conservative, whether you're a liberal, whether you're a moderate, you have to be open-minded to other people's opinions and not subject them to what you believe, to your beliefs. Like the Supreme Court last week struck down a ruling, and then everybody just took it and ran with it, but they didn't fully read the content of it, where the Supreme Court allowed this baker to just not sell to a gay couple on the fundamental reasons that the commission based it on prejudicial homophobic fears. And that was the only reason. So now people are taking that and they're running with it like, well, my business is that I can sell to whoever I want to sell. Like it's a hardware store in South Dakota, I believe it is. The owner posted up on the door, no gays allowed. A business in Iowa posted up, no people of color. So, so you take
and then the case where the baker didn't want to.
Right. That was the case I was referring to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So he, the Supreme Court wrote that, that it favored and awarded him a victory just because the commission in the state that, that appealed the case, they based their decision on homophobic, fears. And that was wrong. So, you just got to be open-minded now. You got to be able to accept everyone.
Do you think, and I'm just putting this question out there, do you think that business owners should have the right to refuse service to
anyone? Absolutely, if that's your choice. But you have to ask the question, what are you in business for? You in business to make money. Mm-hmm. You in business to make money.
And then on the other side of that is, why would you want this person to bake your wedding cake when they don't like gay people?
Exactly. Find another baker.
Right. Why give them your money? Why go to court to give them your money?
It's all because they want to try to change that person's beliefs. And you're not going to do that. It's just like with when we go back to that Tuesday, the May 29th, the closings of the Starbucks. I mean, I necessarily didn't agree with that, because if you are racist, you are racist. No matter how much, sensitivity training you can go through. If you are racist in your heart and you're born, I mean, if you learn racism and you become a racist, there's no one can change that. So all the training, all the propaganda, all the visuals, all the scenarios that you point for that person, they still at the end of the day gonna be a racist.
So what? You could feel how you want to feel about me or whoever, but when I come into your place of business, all those beliefs have to be put in the back of your mind, and you got to handle your business.
Exactly. But some people can't do that, because some people feel to choose to say, well, you know what? I'm not going to serve you because I don't want to serve a black woman today.
Yeah, that's the thing, too. Once you start denying one group of people their rights, you might as well, it'll be open to deny everybody of their rights.
Absolutely. And that's why I feel that, when you sit down and you have your plan and your business proposal and you have all that laid out, your primary reason is, I'm opening this business because, one, I'm providing something that the community obviously likes and they want. Two, I want to make money off of this, and I want to be able to serve those who want to come in and buy this and patronize my business. So if you targeting just a specific group and you want, like, well, I'm not going to serve this group, I'm not going to serve this group, then shit, you might as well just have a backdoor business or something, like, motherfuckers come through the window of your crib or something like that. I mean, we live in a crazy ass world where all this shit is just like, who cares? If you had a business, would you discriminate?
Not based on color or sexual preference, no. Because at the end of the day, all money is not good money, and if someone is difficult to deal with and you don't want to, if they pose a danger to your company or your other clients, maybe in a situation like that, no. I wouldn't base it on the color or, race or gender.
So what if you had a business, a sandwich shop, and a dirty homeless person came in, but they had money?
Yeah, I would.
But they were nasty, though.
I mean, I would still serve them.
Okay. Would you allow them to eat there?
I mean, what can I do? Like,
you can like get the sandwich and go, motherfucker.
I've been in places like that too.
It's the worst.
It's the worst when people have body odor.
But I've actually given a homeless person some money, and they said, I'm going in there to get something to eat. And I've seen a business refuse them, saying, I don't want you in here. I don't want your money. And I'm like, wow, they just come in here to get us out. And it's like, nah, I don't want their money. I don't want them in here. I don't want them in my place of business. And then I'll go back in and I'll buy them a sandwich and I'll come out and give it to them. So, yeah, I've seen that. I've seen people do that shit. Is the chat room lit up?
Well, George Holt and Tito Helper having a crack conversation.
Wow. Is it interesting?
Well, Tito says pull the antenna up, and George said, Tito, the antenna was old school. That was the pipe of the last resort for cluckers.
Exactly. George, if you did that, if he was former police, what you do would get the wire hanger, then you get some wire cutters, and then you just cut the wire, and then you put a little piece of cloth on the end, and then you just swirl that baby up in the test tube.
You are just really...
I was Chef Boyardee. Make that shit up in 5 minutes. Set that shit with the razor blade on that plate, and let's get at it.
Oh, my goodness.
Let's get at it. Something I want to talk about, something interesting happened to me on the other night when I came home from doing comedy. I'm glad to be here with you all today. I really am, because I could have been shot and killed by the police, because I kind of had like a mild confrontation with them. I got home about 1 o'clock in the morning, and then I laid down, and then about 3, I got up to use the restroom, and I just heard an argument outside my guest bedroom window. And it was 2 middle-aged white girls in their early 30s, and they were going at it over an internet date. They were fighting over that. And they were like, bitch, you kissed him, and you knew I liked him, and you stuck your tongue down his throat, and he groping you. You kind of best friend of you. You fucking cunt. And she used the cunt word, and called her friend that. And they're like really going at it, and they're loud. It's like 3 o'clock in the morning, and they're going at it. And then I'm like, from Bewitched, if you ever watched that, I'm like Mrs. Crabtree. I'm trying not to open my blinds, but I can hear them. And then I hear some laughing. And then I do open my blinds slightly, because you can't see in my window. And Lord and behold, who do I see there giggling? 2 fucking police officers sitting on the car, enjoying these 2 girls arguing.
That's what you 2 men do, though. They were men first before cops.
No, but it was a female officer and a male officer. And they sitting on their car like this. And I just like looked out the window, and I'm like, seriously? And then I hear a bottle break. The girl threw a bottle at her friend. Then I opened my front door, because now they're standing in front of my walkway, and they full blown engaged in an argument. One girl the girl that's cursing her friend out for kissing the dude, she pushes her friend. Her friend says, don't push me. She like, you a bitch. She like, I really feel like slapping you in the fucking face. So I'm at this point, I'm like, hold up. I take my flops off. I put my gym shoes on. I walk out my house. Then the girl that's arguing, she says, no, the girl that's being cursed out, she said, oh, good. You woke the neighbors up. Now the neighbors are. So the girl that's arguing with her said, I don't give a fuck. Fuck them. So I walk past my bushes in my little garden area. I walk right up to the police, and they sitting on their car like this. And I'm like, are you 2 motherfuckers kidding me?
What are they going to do? They're just arguing.
But that was their point.
They're disturbing the peace, too.
That was their point. And he stood there like...
And then your nosy ass, why you can't mind your own business?
Because I'm like, wait a minute, man. Are you 2 motherfuckers kidding me? And he looks at me, and he's like, what's the problem? I'm like, what's the problem? She just threw a bottle at her friend. They out here arguing 3 o'clock in the morning. That's the fucking problem. He's like, okay, well, what do you want? I said, hey, man, so they're not getting arrested? He like, what charge are we arresting them on? I'm like, yo, come on, man, on the real. If it was me and another nigga out here, we'd be on the ground. We'd be in handcuffs right now. I said, make up a charge. That's what y'all good at doing. Then the female officer, check this out, Porter. You know what she tells me?
What?
She like, keep your hands where I can see them. I'm like, oh, so now I'm a threat now. But them throwing bottles, they not a threat. So she gets in the car. Now he walks, and he's starting to follow them a little bit. So she gets in the car. She radios. Now within 2 to 3 minutes, 3 other cars just come zooming up. Now I got like 6 officers like in front of my house. And then there's the brother. This motherfucker like, yo, man, what's the issue with you tonight? I'm like, what's the issue? I'm like, yo, homie, they arguing. They disturbing the peace. How come you not arresting them? He like, on what charge? I'm like, hey, motherfucker, make up one.
Wow, really, Jeff?
Yes.
You was doing all that?
Yes. And then I took the woman, she said, what? He's like, you need to go back in the house. I'm like, go back in the house for
you
what?
Remind me of the chick from Oakland. Did you have your cell phone?
No,
out?
I kept my cell phone because I said, I ain't going to do though. I ain't going to put y'all out like this. I'm saying, but no, you have to understand the hypocrisy of it. If it was.
Now, what if it was you arguing with somebody?
No, that's what.
Would you want somebody to be out there aggressively wanting them to arrest you?
No, hold up a second.
You want them to get arrested because they were arguing?
Something, because if it was me.
Wow.
No, wait a minute. Because when I moved over there in that neighborhood 7 years ago, I remember the black officer because he has a mold on his face. And I said, that's that brother.
A mold?
He has a mold on his face, a mole on his face, on the side of his face. So I said, yo, I know that officer right there. His name is Watson. I said, you don't remember me? And he like, nah. I'm like, you sure you don't remember me? He like, what would I remember? I said, hey, man, you was the same dude 7 years ago when I moved over here. When I was standing out here talking to my cousin, precisely at this time, you rolled up and told me and my cousin to break it up and go in the house. He like, oh, I did that? I said, yeah. He like, I don't remember. I said, yeah, I remember you because the mole on the side of your face. I remember you, motherfucker. Yeah. Yeah, I went off. Yeah, I let him have him. And then I told the two white girls, I said, see, y'all just benefited from white privilege right there. Because I know if that was me and another black person, we'd have got arrested. We would have. We'd have been handcuffed. We'd have been detained for disturbing the peace, obstruction of justice, and interfering with police. Them 3 charges I know we'd have been hit with.
What if you would have got arrested? They could have found a charge on you by you not minding your own business.
That's the exact thing. Like the black dude told me, the black officer told me, go in the house. And I'm like, hey, man, I'm standing on my porch. I ain't got to go in the motherfucking house. He like, you need to. I said, what you going to do? You going to arrest me? I said, oh, you will make up some charges on me. And I told him the same 3 charges. I said, oh, you will get me for obstruction. You will get me for interfering with a police officer. And you will get me for disturbing the peace. I said, why can't you get them for that? And he just looked at me, and then the dude just started walking her down. But see, the girl that was being cursed out, she had a top on, and the side of her breast was exposed. So I just went all in. I just said, so my man, you already peeped your car. You trying to fuck her, homie.
Oh, wow. You was out of line, dude.
At 3:20 in the morning, I'll let him have it. All
right. On that note, we're going to take a quick break. We have the founder of Tower Power, for all you old school folks out there that like old school and Tower Power.
Great stepping music, yeah.
They are celebrating their 50th anniversary, and they're in town for the Playboy Jazz Festival, and Jeff's gonna interview them coming up in just a minute. So we're gonna take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
See you in a few.
Have you been looking for something delicious and amazing to eat? Brooklyn Deli and Mini Market has just what you need to fill that appetite. Come on in. Try our signature hot and cold sandwiches made with Boar's Head quality meats, as well as our salads, smoothies, and special vegan items. Brooklyn Deli and Mini Market also offers premium catering for any event. Give us a call at 347-981-8408. We're a family-owned business located in the heart of Leimert Park Community, 4308 Crenshaw Boulevard in Los Angeles. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at Brooklyn Deli 14. And look us up on Yelp. See why we're rated 5 stars. Brooklyn Deli and Mini Market, where quality food meets excellent service.
All right, let's take it again. Ah! Cut it!
I have what you need.
Love at first sip. Every time.
I like that beat. I might have to bust a freestyle on that one coming back. Sitting in my room with the curtains closed, with that crack pipe going through.
Blowing smoke through my nose.
Exactly, through Lewis' nose.
Could you imagine how much crack Lewis could smoke?
Man, he'd do a whole gram in one nostril. He just be like, damn, don't let him hit no more. We're back. Welcome back to In a Man's World.
Yeah, Lewis is out on the road. He has a show in Sacramento tonight. So if you guys are out that way.
In Sacktown.
Sacktown, go holler at Lou.
And
Where's he at?
Teeter, he's at the
venue?
Yeah, he's at the Punchline.
The Punchline in Sacramento.
Yeah, he's opening for the hilarious Mr. Craig Robertson. And also emceeing tonight is another one, Steve White, out of Brooklyn, New York. Steve White, he's hilarious. Mm-hmm. He's done a lot of movies back in the day with Spike Lee. original OG in the game, been putting it down for a long time. Funny ass brother. So he's emceeing tonight. Lewis is featuring, and Craig is headlining. That's a great lineup. I mean, you got 3 beasts, so you definitely getting your money's worth. So if you're up there in Sacktown at the Punchline and you want to go see him, please do.
Really sweet. Oh, go ahead.
And Teeter is just, he's always on his grind.
Yeah.
Teeter's on his
Teeter
grind.
is definitely doing a lot of things.
Yeah, he's got a lot of stuff coming up right now, so he had to he couldn't he couldn't get away because he has deadlines that he has to meet, with that comedic genius thought of his. So yeah, much love. So I'm holding it down. I'm unemployed, so they was gonna cancel it, but I told them that I can hold it down. So
Willie Sweet said Lewis tickets are going for $2, so y'all should be able to afford
that. Yeah. So what else?
Out of that lineup, I would want to see Lou.
You would?
Yeah.
You know what? I saw him.
Lou is funny still. Like after all these years, he's really good. Still good at stand up.
Yeah, no, he's honed his craft very well. I mean, I got to see him like this weekend and Tuesday night, and I mean he's on top of his game. So I mean, it's an exciting moment in his career. It's like he rediscovered himself, and he's having fun on stage, and that's the beauty of just sitting there watching. He can't compare to me being a beast on stage, but I hold that shit down.
Well, I haven't seen you perform live, so I don't know. But
you know what, though?
I don't know if you're funnier than Lou.
You know what? You did see me once, and this is a Ricky Harry story. You did see me once.
It apparently wasn't memorable.
Exactly. For you, it wasn't. But I was funny that night. You sat there and you talked to Ricky, and you did not laugh not once at the Comedic Theater. But you was with some girlfriends, and they were cracking up. And you sat there just like this.
Like I do now.
She's like, this nigga.
20 years later, still not a laugh.
How long is this nigga going to be? Can we get him off now? Is there a hook or a broom? Yeah, I remember you that night at the, because Ricky was hosting, and he gave you a shout out. And everybody went crazy when they saw who you was at the Comedic Theater. Yeah. Memorable spot, yes.
Yeah, it's still across the street. It's not the Comedic Theater anymore. It's the Regency West, but
under that umbrella. They still do comedy over there.
That's actually where black comedy started in L.A., right?
Yep.
With Michael Williams.
Yeah, Michael Williams, he said he used to go to the Improv and he used to go to the Comedy Store, and far in between sets, he said that they would like put random black guys up that weren't really funny. And he knew Robin, and he used to see Robin at local bars and local little nightclubs. And he's just like, I got to get this guy a venue to work out. And that's how Robin was like literally discovered. So Robin was actually the comedy, the Def Jam was for Robin. That was for Robin Harris. It was supposed to be entitled HBO Presents Robin Harris and Friends. That's what it was supposed to be. And then Robin passed actually on my mom's birthday, March 18th, 1990.
Yeah, I'm
Did you ever meet Robin?
I haven't. I never met him, but I've had the opportunity to see him perform live a few times. And I think the last time I saw him was at the Roosevelt Hotel in Hollywood.
Yep.
And
you laughed at Robin. You
of
laughed
course.
at Robin. Yes.
Yeah,
Robin
he
was
was
a beast.
definitely funny. And then I met his son, who looks just
Robin
like
Harris
him.
Jr.?
Yeah.
He's a rapper.
Really nice kid. Really nice kid.
Yeah, we got to bring him in here. He's a rapper.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah, he's a rapper. He's doing a lot of stuff now. That's my little nephew. We stay in touch constantly.
So he didn't catch the comedy buzz?
No, but he's a hell of a rapper though.
Is he?
Yeah. Actually, the late great Ricky Harris worked on his first album. He produced his first album. He shot his first 2 videos. So yeah, I
miss Ricky. I mean, I hear him in music, and he popped up on the OJ thing, and then I'm driving down the street the other day, see a guy crossing the street look just like Ricky. I'm just like, oh man.
I hear him every night.
I'm too young.
Yeah, I hear him every night when I like check IDs on the door. The dog pound ain't no fun.
Yeah.
And I still, was like, so overwhelmed when I hear it, though. I'm like, rest in peace.
Somebody in the chat room said, "Do we remember the Red Onion?" A lot of comedians.
Oh
came
my
through
God!
there.
On Tuesday nights, yes, the Red Onion on Wilshire
I used to
Boulevard.
go to the Red Onion a lot, but I don't know if I went on the
Yes.
I don't know if I went on the comedy night.
Yes.
But I performed at some of their talent shows. They used to have talent shows there too.
Really? Mm-hmm. Yeah, because that's where Robin they used to have a talent show, and Robin used to kill. Yeah, the Red Onion on Tuesday night comedy.
Yep, on Wilshire.
Yep, on Wilshire Boulevard, right there. Yeah, that was the spot right there. Then the Bed and Apple.
Where was that at?
The Bed and Apple is like right on Wilshire, right past Crescent Heights. That was the Bed and Apple. Then you remember Carolina West, for all you old heads? The Golden Tail. Of course, the Century Club. When I came out here, the spot was, did you ever go to Paradise 24?
Yep.
Yeah, that was the spot on Thursday nights.
On Santa Monica.
Yeah, on Thursday nights. Right off of Highland, Santa Monica and Highland. That was the spot. We used to go there after the Regency because it stayed open till 4. That's where all the celebrities hung out then. Eddie Murphy, all of them.
Okay, I know we usually have our corny little dial tone when folks come in, call in, but we have a legend on the phone.
Who's the legend?
It's Emilio Castillo from the world famous Tower Power.
Mr. Castillo, how you doing today, sir?
I'm good. Who am I speaking to?
This is Jeff Arnold.
And the
Jeff, how you
poetess.
doing?
I'm good, man. And that's Poetess. She's our producer. I'm one of the trio of In a Man's World. So welcome to In a Man's World.
Thank you so much, Poetess. I heard about you.
Oh.
Oh, well,
okay.
do share. Do share. We want to know.
Even though it's a man's world, I heard about you.
Even though it's a man's world, what?
I heard about the poetess.
Oh, okay. You know what? You might know my dad because he was a big radio DJ in the Bay Area at KSOL and KDIA, Johnny Morris.
Oh, yeah, I know Johnny Morris. My God, really? That's your father?
That's my dad.
I listened to him so many hours, I can't even tell you.
There you go, man.
He was a man up there.
Was he?
Yes.
Oh, my God. All right.
And that was the golden time for soul music.
Right. So Tower Power is actually from the Bay Area, right?
Oakland, California.
Man,
Time.
so much talent comes out of the Bay.
It does.
Man.
It really does. Have you heard of this artist? Because I'll try to figure out this artist, Jeffrey.
No, I can't say that I have. I'm sorry.
Okay, he was from.
Is it just that one name, Jeff?
Yeah, Jeffrey. Yeah, I'll play a record for you. I'm next Friday. I have some research for him. So yeah. So how you doing today, man? You okay?
I'm good. I'm here in Phoenix, Arizona, where I live. It's hot as all get out, and I like it like that.
Okay, and you would be Father's Day. You would be at the Hollywood Bowl.
I will. Is that Father's Day?
Yeah, that's when they have like the jazz festival there, the Playboy Jazz Festival. Yeah, it's
This Sunday. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
yeah. So
Yeah. Now we were just talking earlier about how a lot of the music in the 70s had horn sections.
exactly.
So you guys had an incredible have an incredible horn section. Where has that gone? Why are there less instruments in bands these days? And is it still, do you guys ever do track dates, or are you guys always the band?
We're always the band. It's human beings playing live music for human beings. And, to your query about horns, Bruno Mars, Uptown Funk, laden with horns.
Yeah.
there's
But are they
plenty of
horns or
still around.
keyboards? Or does it
horns.
matter now?
No, he has a full horn section, very good horn section. I would hope that they, pattern themselves after us. I don't know that for sure, but a lot of people tell me that they sound like us. And, there's a lot of horn sections around. I think what you're talking about, though, is there was a time when horn section bands was a genre. And now it's not a genre. Now there are soul artists that have horns. There are, big rock and roll artists that carry horns with them. But there's no more, horn band genre. We are sort of the last of that breed.
Right. And so, what instrument did you play? They give me the notes. You play the second tenor saxophone, right?
I do, yeah. In the band, I play second tenor sax. I am the band leader. I started the band when I was 17 in Oakland, California, in 1968. I'm the main songwriter. I produce the records, and I also sing lead and background, some lead. And we actually have a fabulous lead vocalist named Marcus Scott, who's on our new record, Soul Side of Town.
Okay, and how long has he been with the group?
2 years now.
Okay, now upon him coming into the group, did you have an audition, or was he highly recommended, or had you heard his voice before?
Well, both of those things happened. He was highly recommended by the drummer from B.B. King, T.C. Coleman, who played with B.B. King for like 40 years. He called me up. He said he heard this young man. He said, Mimi, he's like a little Lenny Williams. They call me Mimi, by the way. That's my nickname.
Okay, Mimi.
He said, Mimi, this is like a little Lenny Williams. You got to hear him. I said, all right, well, give him my information. Give me his. I'll check him out. And then we brought him out to Las Vegas to audition along with two other guys after looking at hundreds and hundreds of singers. And he's the one we chose, and we're really glad we did.
And what was and how did you come to that determination after hundreds and hundreds that audition for that spot?
I happen to be very, very good concerning vocalists, picking them, grooming them, working with them. Because I've had a lot of lead singers in my band, and even though I play second tenor sax in the horn section and in the band, my real forte is band leader and working with vocals. And I've always loved vocals more than anything. I'm an aficionado, a great vocalist. That's why at Poetess, I listened to your dad, Johnny Morris, so many hours because he played some great singers like Freddie Hughes and Johnny Taylor and Gladys Knight. And I grew up really just going to school on those singers. So I'm very good at picking singers.
Oh, yes. And
now, were you able to call the drummer back for B.B. King and tell him, say, you right, he was a little Lenny Williams?
I not only called him and told him he was right, I told him I owed him a big, expensive steak dinner because this guy worked out so great.
There you go. That's a good thing.
So now the Sheila E. and Pete Escovedo and everybody's from Oakland as well. Have you ever had the opportunity to work with them?
Many times. I know them for years and years and years.
Okay, so you guys are celebrating your 50th anniversary this year. I mean, nowadays groups are barely lasting a year. So
One record.
Where do you get your passion from, and where do you credit your longevity to?
Well, these days my patented answer to our longevity is God did it, I just showed up. And as far as my compassion for what I do, God supplied it, and I just use it to the best of my ability to give him the glory. That's what I'm about. I live to serve God. I learned that halfway through my career. Early in my career, I made every mistake possible known to man. But then God got my attention. Since then, me and my entire band, we pray together and we stay together. And we also make our music exactly the way we want it to be. We don't chase no trends. We don't try to be like no one else. We found out a long time ago that we just don't sound like the other bands. And back then we used to think, are we cursed? Well, why don't we sound like these bands on the radio?
Right.
And then we realized, no, we're blessed. It's a blessing. We have our own signature, our own voice. We stay true to that, and because we make the music exactly the way we want it to be, it makes it really easy to go to work every day.
So how are you? You guys are still performing. You're still touring. You're about to do the Playboy Jazz Festival. What is your crowd like these days? Are you seeing a new generation of people coming to check you out, or are you seeing a lot more of just your loyal fan base?
No, we got new young fans big time all over the world. I mean, we go to Europe. Most of the house is filled with 25 and under, a lot of teenagers coming. It's because, a lot of these people that were fans of Tower of Power when they were young, and, they were musicians and they wanted to be professionals, but they didn't really make it in the professional music industry. What they became was music teachers. And a lot of these people that are music teachers now are fans of Tower of Power, and they're turning these kids on. They're saying, if you want to play music, check these guys out. So, if you're a teenager in a marching band at high school and you got your choice, are you going to play John Philip Sousa Marches or Squib Cakes by Tower of Power? What would you choose? So a lot of these kids are getting turned on to us at a young age.
Now, have you found out also during the course of your continued prolonged success that social media has helped you out as well? Are you guys on any social media platform?
We're on every social media that you can imagine, and the young fans that we have are the primary reason why we're so popular in social media, because they're all over it. So they're talking about us worldwide, back and forth, Twitter, Facebook, every kind of social media that there is. These young fans are on it, and even a lot of the middle-aged and old fans, because we got 3 generations of fans. We've been around that long.
Yeah,
and that's a good thing, because I'm from the south side of Chicago, and a lot of your classic, like You're Still a Young Man and all that, those were great stepping records for us.
Oh yeah, Chicago had great soul music, man. One of my favorites is Curtis Mayfield and the Impressions. He came out of Chicago.
Yeah, the Shy Lights.
Shy Lights, Jerry Butler, Major Lance. A lot of greats came out of Chicago soul music.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, I know here on the West Coast, when you guys are in town and doing shows, the majority of your audience is Latino. Do you find
on the
that?
West Coast, that's true. Not throughout the world, but on the West Coast, that's certainly true. And I think that has something to do with cars.
Yeah.
Yeah, lowriders, the lowriding culture.
Exactly.
Yeah, they like to cruise and listen to, Sparkling in the Sand, and You're Still a Young Man.
Yeah. Yeah, that's you guys are definitely cemented in this West Coast culture. Now, you have a new album coming out?
It's out. It was released June 1st.
Okay.
It's called Soul Side of Town. I do believe it's the best record we've ever made.
Oh, wow. What's it called again?
Soul Side of Town.
So where could people get that? Is it everywhere, iTunes, all that?
Actually, the first day it was released on Amazon R&B, we were number 1, and on Apple iTunes, we were number 1 R&B. And you can get it everywhere. It's available everywhere. You can download it. You can buy it. You can order the physical CD from Amazon. It's available everywhere. And it's on Mac Avenue Records.
Avenue Records.
Well,
yeah, Mac Avenue Records. Mac Avenue is in Detroit. That record company is owned by a lady in Detroit. I happen to be from Detroit as well, and by God's providence, we have been signed to that label. And great label, and beautiful cover, and as I say, I think it's the best record we've ever made.
Well, right on. Everybody, Emilio Castillo of the legendary Tower of Power. Their new album is out, Soul Side of Town, and we thank you so much for calling in to the show today.
It's my pleasure, folks. Great talking to you.
And please go out to the Playboy Jazz Festival at the Hollywood Bowl and check out Tower of Power.
You guys are on Sunday night, right?
Sunday night, we're closing the show, 9:25.
Oh,
Headline.
Man.
There you go.
Wow.
There you go. That's about 2 hours,
That's
y'all.
be
So
off the chain.
bring your soft shoes and get ready to just dance from the time they come on.
Yeah, I think the festival opens at 3, and we're the last one on, and we're going on at 9:25.
Okay, and you closing it out. You taking us home.
That's right. We're the closest.
My man, pleasure meeting you, sir. You enjoy a beautiful weekend. And, go out and get that record, man, please. Tower of Power. Thank you, Emilio, for calling in, my man.
You're welcome. God bless. Bye-bye.
All right. That's pretty cool. I always admire people who continue to do what they love. Like
50 years, that's a long time in the game.
Yep.
To sustain like that and still touring. I mean, after 50 years, they still enjoy touring. I mean, that's incredible. That's a beautiful thing.
All right. Well, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with... Uh-oh.
Can I do a crack beat on that one? Yeah. Bust some bars on that one.
Wait,
there you go.
how do I turn this shit off? Hang on. Oh, there we go.
Oh, I was getting ready to flow. All right.
You was going to flow to that?
Yes.
Oh, we'll be right back.
Have you been looking for something delicious and amazing to eat? Brooklyn Deli and Mini Market has just what you need to fill that appetite. Come on in. Try our signature hot and cold sandwiches made with Boar's Head quality meats, as well as our salads, smoothies, and special vegan items. Brooklyn Deli and Mini Market also offers premium catering for any event. Give us a call at 347 430-981-8408. We're a family-owned business located in the heart of Leimert Park Community, 4308 Crenshaw Boulevard in Los Angeles. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at Brooklyn Deli 14. And look us up on Yelp. See why we're rated 5 stars. Brooklyn Deli and Mini Market, where quality food meets excellent service.
Giving me all these crack beats right here, these cocaine. I'm like 1 hit, 2 hits. So trying to get the beats going. Welcome back to the show, In a Man's World. I'm Jeff Arnold. Lewis is up in Sacktown performing with Craig Robinson and Steve White. Teeter is meeting a deadline. He's out there getting his comedy hustle on, so he has a deadline that's pressing. He got to get them jokes, got to write them funny one-liners. I'm here holding it down with Poetess. 323-293-3375. Please call in. Like we said at the top of the show, if you're feeling depressed or you're feeling lonely or you at that moment you feel that you can no longer continue to go on with life and all that, you are needed. You are loved. If you feel like you're not loved by anyone, you're loved by me. I love you. I just want to say that I love you.
What?
Exactly. But I do love you. So if you want to talk, please call us up. If you feel that we can help you, you can call the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline at 1-800-273-8255. You are value to someone. Kim Kardashian. What you think about that, Poet? You with that? She did a good deed. She used that celebrity status, that white privilege to another white woman, a rich white woman to a rich white man. Got a poor black woman out of jail.
I haven't digested an opinion about that yet because I don't know all the details. But from the little things I have been hearing about it, I'm happy that the sister's out of jail. She served enough time, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, she served over 20 years.
First offense, too.
Yes.
First offense. Gave her a life sentence.
So that part, yeah, but I'm really not surprised how all that unfolded. I'm just really not.
Well, with Kim K going to the White House?
Yeah.
So you think it was a PR?
PR on both parts.
You know what I'm thinking of what they are? Because I think they're trying to become the Beyonce and Jay-Z to Barack Obama, and Kim and Kanye are that to Donald Trump. They want to be that power celebrity couple. They want to be known for doing things. So I think that's what they're trying to come off as. I mean, it's a noble thing what she did, yeah, but it's so many other people that are incarcerated that been given lengthy sentences and all of that, that shouldn't actually be there. That should have just got a slap on a hand and like, okay, a fine and just walk away. So is she going to go back and go to bat for the hundreds of thousands that have got, unfair sentences and all of that? So, I mean, I'm glad that she did get the woman out, and the woman seemed grateful for it. But they kind of like putting all the focus, like she did like a heroic thing for us, and it's like, no, not really. It's a good gesture that you did it, and keep it moving. With your crazy ass husband.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just I don't have an opinion about that situation. But if you guys that are out there listening do, you can hit us up at 323-293-3375. Some people say, why are we hating on Kim? Why does it make a difference if it's her or someone else? And some folks are even upset that particular person was chosen to be released because they felt like she was a dope dealer and she was poisoning the community. So
Right.
why her?
Right. I mean, it's a lot of, it's a lot that goes along with it, neither to say. I mean, you're absolutely right. Why was she, singled out of all the other people? What about the woman, the black woman that's in jail now for pulling a gun out on her, husband in self-defense? Come on in. Go ahead.
We have a guest that's coming up. His name is Hakeem. He is the owner of Brooklyn Deli.
Oh, this is Hakeem right here?
Yeah.
Now
Go on and take the seat up
Come
there,
on up here, man.
Hakeem. We want to say, first of all, thank you to Brooklyn Deli for sponsoring and feeding us every Friday.
It look like you eat all your sandwiches up.
Try not.
It look like he eating all them sandwiches up. What's
Yeah,
up, man?
So,
How you doing today?
Pretty good.
You good?
Yeah.
Welcome to an inner man's world. You got to tighten up your belt,
Thank you for having me.
but you don't have a belt, so
Nah, no belt.
you ain't got no belt. You got your sweatpants.
Yep.
Okay, put a drawstring on something, man.
anyway, welcome, Hakeem.
Thank
and
you.
like I said, first, we want to thank Brooklyn Deli for being one of our sponsors. You guys
For
have
what?
some of the most delicious sandwiches this side of Crenshaw.
Thank you very much.
And-
Thank you guys, too, for having us.
Thank you. So tell us a little bit about how you guys started Brooklyn Deli. I know you guys come from New York, obvious Brooklyn Deli, but so what made you come out
From
this way?
Brooklyn,
Yeah, you from
Bed-Stuy,
No, I'm from Brownsville.
Brownsville,
Yeah.
Marcy Projects.
That's the other way.
That's
but
the other way?
That's the style still,
That's the
actually.
style. Okay, all right,
Yeah,
player.
But yeah, we just really just we was used to look for sandwiches all the time when we first got here, and it's really not, not for nothing. LA got a lot of good, culinary, stuff, but it's just not a lot of good sandwiches. So we had the opportunity, we saw a hole in the market, and we tried to fill it.
Now, what's your definition of a good Brooklyn sandwich that you grew up on? Because I grew up on, with the bologna and the government cheese.
Well,
we made like a quadruple. And the bologna like curled up in the middle, and it was brown on the edges.
Well,
and then you toast the bread.
So that's in the house.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, how that's like at home. But you know how like y'all will go to the store and run and grab a $1 taco?
You can tell he from New York because he like, how y'all go to the store and grab a $1 taco. All right, New York, yeah, you go flip.
We go, we run to the corner store and get a hero.
There you go.
$2.50. Get a
$2.50.
drink and the chips. You might spend like $5, if that.
But see, that was back in the day.
Right now, it might be like $4.
Really?
Yeah.
See, what y'all call a hero in Chicago, we call it a yogi. See, so that's what we call. So it's different terminology, same sandwich, but it's like. So, what did you exactly put on your hero?
Oh, I just used to get the regular. I used to get just mayo, maple turkey, cheese, lettuce, tomato, salt, pepper, oil, and vinegar.
Salt, pepper, oil, it is. He's straight New York represent.
So, Hakeem, did you have any experience prior to opening up Brooklyn Deli?
Like a restaurant experience?
Yeah.
Nah, none whatsoever. I mean, I had like, I grew up cutting hair. Like, I've been cutting hair since I was like 15. We got like 2 barbershops and
Well, who cut your hair?
well, my hair get cut across the street.
No, I'm saying,
But,
you missed that appointment today.
Yeah, I did, man. I'm so busy, man. I do this. I work with kids. Like, I do a whole bunch of stuff. So, like,
You got that
across
New
the
York
street
hustle,
is
ain't
just,
you?
yeah. So
Yeah.
I had braids, but I can't find time to get my hair done. But
Yeah, I
so
see
I cut
that.
that
Yeah,
off.
we see that.
But,
well, you good though.
But yeah.
So what time do you open up? What time do you open shop?
Wait, he didn't answer the question. You
Wait.
said you didn't have the experience, so
Oh,
what?
well, I'm about to say, yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah, I grew up like just in business. Like My grandparents had barbershops and all that. My grandmother actually just passed away like 2 days ago. So God bless. She the one who like inspired me to do all this stuff and know that I could do everything. So you know what I mean? But we just like, I mean, you know what? Me and my wife, like, thank God for her too. Like, we kind of like, I guess, real adventurous. Like, even before we came to LA, I was an 8th grade math teacher. My wife was a buy at like one of the major skincare companies in Manhattan. And we the economy was bad and we was doing good. And my pops was like, hey, he bought a house and he was like, well, I got room for y'all. And we just was like, oh, let's drop everything. We dropped everything. People were like, you guys are crazy.
Here in California.
Yeah, we dropped
Your pops
everything.
is out here, right?
Yeah, my pops is here. So we dropped everything in New York and came here because I didn't want to say like one day, like, man, I wonder what would have happened if I would have moved to Cali. So we got me and her, we got like a good history of just trying things out. You only got one life to live. So
and you
I
guys
like
are
the food
both
business. And I mean, my main thing is entertainment. Like, I like the entertainment business. Like, I worked at Bad Boy right out of college. After that, I was like, we did our own thing. I got a studio in the basement of my grandmother's barbershop now. So, like, I do music. So, like, the way it goes is, like, music and food kind of go hand in hand. So, like, I kind of, like, want to become, like, you know, like a place to go in L.A. for sandwiches. And then, you know, after a while, transitioning more into, like, that entertainment field.
Yeah, I feel you. How long you been married?
Man, we've been married.
Well, you got to think about that one.
Since 2010, but we've been together since 2001.
High school sweetheart?
No, college.
College sweetheart?
Yeah.
What college did you attend?
Albany State University.
All right.
Yeah, but she went to LIU.
Brooklyn Deli is
there you go.
A family business. And Remy tells a little bit of a different story. She says that y'all came out here and the weather was so good, y'all didn't want to. Y'all never went back.
Yeah, for sure. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, like we came here. I said in conjunction with my dad having a place for us. It was like we came here like in December of 2007.
When and it was probably like, snowing in New York.
Yeah, it was like 80 degrees here. And Remy was like, what are we doing? So I was like, we out, and we came here in May.
You got kids?
We got 2 kids and 1 on the way.
Okay. You sure like you unsure? You like, we got, like,
I'm
you counting them up in your head.
We
like,
have a call.
My daughter, I got a 14, a 2, and 1 on the way.
There you go. Hello, welcome
and
to
they all work at Brooklyn Deli.
There you go.
Caller.
Caller.
Today's show is being brought to you by Magic Shade.
There you go.
The only shaving cream guaranteed to bump your ass up.
What's up?
What's going on?
Put
So
that.
it's turned into only man in the man's world. What the hell is going on here?
Man, I'm like Ice Cube and NWA, man. Drop niggas and we lost weight up in here, player. That's how we rolling.
Okay. So you rolling like that now. So you gonna flip the script, huh? It's gonna be, the ratings gonna be through the roof?
I hope so. Except for one. We probably get some good, we can probably get some good comments except for one. She a hater, though. I'm going to get to her in a minute, though. She a hater.
Who?
Ira Lacey. Yes.
This is Mr. C. What's going on?
I know you are, legend. How you doing, man? This is Mr. C. He from the Lou, St. Lou.
All right. How you doing, Mr. C?
And so, just in case Hakeem does not listen to In a Man's World, usually it's 2 other co-hosts. They're not here today.
Oh, okay.
It's a comedy show. So our callers call in. They got the, we got our inside jokes and whatnot.
Yeah, you ain't got to worry about them.
But we bump your commercial every week. And so all of our listeners know what Brooklyn Deli is. So we wanted to have you on because first of all, we want to definitely support each other as black businesses in this particular community. In fact, Brooklyn Deli, along with myself, we both won the Wells Fargo renovation contest where we were able to upgrade our businesses. So,
shout out to Remy on that. I had no parts of that.
So I called in to order a fish sandwich.
So, you got fish?
No, we don't have no fish.
You don't have no fish, man.
I'm just.
I know. He don't get on like that yet, man. We're going to get him. We're going to get him right. So, how you doing today, Mr. C?
Hey, better than I deserve. How y'all doing?
Oh, man, it's all good, man. It's all good. So we were talking earlier at the top of the show, with the suicide, and I know you deal with a lot of people and all of that, man. Do you know anyone that's, like suffering from mental illness or they need to be reached out to or anything? Or you had a story
Not
or
personally.
something like that?
Not personally. No, not personally. No.
Well, you blessed.
There you go.
That's rare.
How's the job thing going? Because I pray for you every day, man, that you got it.
Hey, I appreciate that, man. I can feel it too.
Just want my 10%.
Hilarious. Actually, another city that stepped up. So I'm not just being vetted by NYC. I'm also being vetted by Dallas. So.
Oh, that's good, man.
Yeah, man. So I'm still in it. It's a fluid process right now. So see how things wake up when the dust settles.
Yeah, he got a job offer. This is Mr. C. He's on one of our loyal, faithful listeners. He tunes in every week. So he has a job prospect in your former home state, New York City.
Yeah, in NYC and one in Dallas.
In Dallas, man.
Yeah.
So if you get him, Hakeem said he gonna send you some sandwiches, man.
He gonna airlift them.
Yeah, he gonna Amazon them to you. Soon as,
Amazon them?
yeah, as soon as we get him a haircut and all that, man, we gotta work on that too, man. Yeah,
Hilarious.
he cool, man.
Yo, listen, I want to say something real quick.
Go ahead.
Okay, so me and my wife was conversating about a week ago, right?
Uh-huh.
And we got pretty deep and whatnot. So I turned down something, and the reason I turned it down because it was beneath me. So I turned it down, right?
Okay.
So she was like, then I turned around and got something else that's better than that. So she was like, your ass needs to be more humble.
Oh.
So I was like, damn, humble. So anyway, so I was thinking, I have a question. It's a serious question. So, only people out here about being humble are black folks. Okay, and I could be wrong, but I only hang around black people.
Right.
So I need to expand my group anyway. But anyway, so do we look at this humility thing as something that as an attribute that is tangible, something that we actually need or utilize to help us overcome whatever it is we're trying to overcome, whatever. Or is it something that black people or poor people, and that could be white people, anybody, but we blacks, I'm only talking about black people. So this is something that black folks tend to hang on to in an effort to use as an excuse because we haven't obtained what it is we're trying to go for, or because we're afraid to go for what it is we're trying to obtain. So it's a twofold question. Because if he hit me with it, I was like...
Well, my question to you will be, what was she asking you to be humble to, or what was she asking you to be humble for?
Just in terms of the process of, being a better person. And I'm like, well, damn. I've... Not that I'm saying that I can't grow. I'm still growing. But in my mind, humility for me is kind of like... It stunts my growth and my ability to go after what I want because I don't want doubt to set in.
Right, you don't want that complacency.
Huh?
I said, that's a good thing because you don't want that complacency. I mean, I'm a humble man too, but sometimes I got to be aggressive and go and pursue for what I want. I can't sit back and just okay, I'm going to be passive and let this, let it come when it comes. I got to sometimes put forth that extra effort, I understand what you're saying, when black women do hit us with that all the time, be humble. Hakeem, has your wife ever told you that?
No.
Wow, see, there you go. That's a real man right there.
No. She just tell me I'm
arrogant,
but who's not?
I didn't hear the question. What'd you say now?
No, I just asked Hakeem, has his wife ever told him to be humble?
Right. What was his answer?
No.
He was muttering between two loaves of bread.
So is it a question of being humble or settling? Well,
no, obviously his wife told him he needs to be humble.
Is he acting too good for job offers? Because I just tuning into the conversation. Sorry.
That's what I was. That was the question that I asked Mr. C. I was like, what did your wife specifically ask you to be humble for, or what are you humbling yourself to? And is it? But the job request that they're pursuing you now that Dallas has came along, so she's telling you to humble yourself for the jobs?
No, it was something that was less than those jobs.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like we need to be more humble. As though my lack of humility is what's preventing me from moving forward.
No, I get
You know
that.
what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand
Right,
that.
so that's where you're coming from. And I'm like, well, damn, I've never really been humble in regards to going after something.
Right. You've always pursued it with vigor. And, that's the same. Like I was saying, I don't know if you heard me. Sometimes I can't sit back and be complacent, in the situation. Sometimes I got to be aggressive to, to go after and obtain what I truly want, what I believe in, what I feel is rightfully mine. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
So I just want to throw that out there, for anybody that want to latch on to that in regards to humility. Is it something that really works for you, or is it something that, you don't really need in regards to what it is you're trying to accomplish?
Well, it depends on the situation.
It depends on the situation.
It depends on the situation. What am I humbling myself for, and what am I, being complacent to, or showing humility to?
Like, Hakeem, you work with the public, so how often do you find you have to humble yourself when you have, like, rude... Thank you, Mr. C, for calling in.
Hey, hold on. I determine when I hang up. You don't hang up.
No, you don't. Goodbye.
Uh-oh.
He determined who hangs up. Nigga, I'm the one with the damn thing.
Uh-oh. There you go.
Funny.
You didn't have T that had your back, Mr. C. I got your back. I'm going to tear that ass up and spank her ass.
Right. You wish.
Hanging up on Mr. C like that.
Plus, Lou's calling in, so we had to clear the line anyway for the no's.
Oh, is he calling in now?
In a minute.
For what? What do we need to talk to him for? What the fuck? He just ruined my date. Hakeem, don't make him no more sandwiches. Spit on that shit. No, that's my
So, Hakeem, as a, a business owner, do you find that you have to humble yourself a lot of times when dealing with the public?
Oh yeah, I just think you got to use humility as a tool.
Yeah.
Like he like I understand what he was saying, but he trying to put it like being humble is being a sucker. Like that's kind of how he was kind of making it sound. I think you just got to use it as a tool, and you gotta fight the right battle. If your sandwich is made wrong, or even if you told me to make your sandwich a certain way, and I know for a fact you told me that, then you come back and tell me something else, I ain't really going to care, because at the end of the day, I just need to make sure you coming back. All right, so I'm going to humble myself for that.
So I could complain about my sandwich then.
Yeah.
You better not complain about nothing.
Complain about anything.
We have a call.
Caller, go ahead.
Okay, so this is what we're doing now? You trying to take over?
Hey, yo, hold up. You got traded. Yo, we traded you to the ladies' room.
No TDP, no me, and you trying to, what?
Exactly. Welcome to in the niggas world.
I'm sitting in our favorite spot. That's what made me think of you.
Who?
Where we go eat normally.
Who, you and Poetess?
No, where you and I go eat normally.
It's time to play our game.
So, IHOP.
Oh, okay. There you go.
So, how's the show going?
Man, it's smooth, man. I don't think you're not missed yet. So we'll see in the comments.
Oh, wow. We'll see in the chat room. We have Hakeem here, the owner of Brooklyn Deli, is sitting in with us.
And his gripe is, this is Lewis. The show is based on him. He's, allegedly the star, but, I can shoot threes. Tita can shoot threes. He's just a great distributor, but he's the man. But
hey, Hakeem, how are you? I've been in your store. It's a great store.
Hey, thank you, man. What's up? How you doing today?
But you know what his biggest complaint against you is? Because he want to know how come he wasn't cast in your commercial.
What commercial?
No, that was, they do a voice.
Oh, you're talking about the coffee, the Morgan Bailey coffee commercial. See?
Okay.
See, you starting something.
I'm just starting some shit.
Messing up. See, that's why you on the right. See, he's sitting in the middle, Hakeem. Normally he's not sitting in the middle. It's a lot of pressure.
No, not at all.
But we appreciate your sandwiches and just what you're doing for the community.
Oh, no, we appreciate you guys for using this. Thank you.
Yeah, and a nice family business. Last time I was in there, you had a young boy in there working. He was funny.
Probably, yeah. Little boy or like?
Yeah, no, little boy, little light-skinned boy.
Yeah, that's my son.
Okay. How old is he?
14.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
He been working there since he was 11.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, and he knows. Go ahead.
He slipped me a note and said help.
Exactly.
Probably.
Now you paying him fairly?
He get paid in conjunction with his room and board. So
wow, you don't give him any allowance.
He work. He fairly compensated. He one of the richest kids in his school. I'll tell you that much.
He get to eat free?
Man, no.
Oh, he got to pay for the sandwiches?
Yeah, the boy I'm telling you, the boy got $200-$300 at any time. So
and
he making money.
His sandwiches kill at school, so he walking with his sandwich.
Right. Exactly. So he doing good.
Does he know how to do everything? Make the sandwiches, do the register? Did you train him to do all that?
Yeah, he you know what? Like I said, I got blessed. He kind of picked everything up on. Well, I ain't going. His mom's is like real tough on him, so he probably had to pick it up. But he know everything. I mean, only thing we don't let him mess with is the slicer. But he makes sandwiches. He do everything else. But yeah, he good in there. I leave him when I leave. I please somebody in charge, but I definitely take him in the back and be like, "Hey, yo, make sure you watching him." And he know what's going on for sure.
Good,
yeah, because he watches Mike and Ike. He watches Mike and Ike. But yeah, Jeff, great job holding it down. I'll be back. You know what? We're gonna switch the show to for the next 3 weeks. Gonna have to be in the evening because I got to work during the day.
Oh wow! Here we go with that shit
at
again.
9 o'clock.
Wow, here we go with that bullshit.
You move it around.
Hey, what I want to know, man, how are the shows going, man? How was it last night?
Last night was great. Steve White is here. He's going to be hosting the next 3 nights. So we had another young boy hosting last night, but it was really good. It was, I mean, it's like I said, 97% white audiences, but it's good. The material went well. Did 25 minutes.
Good.
So, just what I was thinking about was just what's going on in this world, that all these celebrities and rich people are taking their lives, man.
Yeah, we had talked about that. We had touched on
Anthony Bourdain.
Yeah.
Did you watch his show, Lewis?
No, I watched the commercials enough, so I didn't have to watch the show.
What about you, Hakeem? You're a food
Parts
industry
unknown.
guy. You never heard of him?
Oh yeah, for sure, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. I don't respect suicide, so you don't really want to hear what I gotta say. So.
Oh, we do want to hear what you have to say about suicide.
Yeah, I just don't. I mean, besides mental illness, I mean, I just can't see you just killing yourself like that. I mean, but I don't have. Maybe it is a mental illness to want to kill yourself. I don't know, but I just think.
Well,
it's
let me ask you this:
soft.
in your business, in this customer service restaurant industry business that you're in, you've never been depressed?
Hell yeah, that's my point.
I'm saying, but you never got to that point.
No, kill myself. Yo, nigga, I grew up where, nigga, I stepped over crack rocks every day. I seen motherfuckers in the street.
While Jeff smoked it every day.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, I grew up in the shit. Like, no joke. You can't, like, I mean, don't get me wrong.
You see that right there?
I came from the top of the bottom. Like, I wasn't at the bottom, but I came from the top of the bottom. We was all right. We was like hood rich, but I grew up in the hood, niggas getting shot. I done seen people with way worse lives not kill themselves.
I done seen that too.
So, I mean, I don't know. Like, I just can't respect it. Like, I wouldn't post them on my Instagram. Like, I'm not doing that, bro.
Right.
Like, you killed yourself with a budding career. Like, not unless, you know what I'm saying, some people just got mental illness. Maybe he was sick. But if you wasn't sick, I'm not, you know what I mean? I just don't got no.
I'm with you because the woman Kate Spade and him, they had young kids.
Yeah.
You know,
What you doing?
I just don't, I don't get that selfishness. And again, it goes back to the point, like you said, if they're mentally ill, then okay, we totally understand that. But you got to reach out, and that's all I'm telling anybody out there that's listening. Reach out, and just even if the first person doesn't respond, reach out to a second, third. Just I understand if the seventh person don't do it. I'm just kidding.
No, but like me and you, like we was talking about, it's like at what point do you decide that I can't, I no longer want to contribute and be a part of this world or society? It's like, what is your breaking point? So he had to have a breaking point. So what he had to just say, like, I don't want to do this. This show doesn't matter. My career doesn't matter. Nothing matters anymore. I don't want to live in this anymore.
So,
if he even killed himself, but
Oh wow!
Yeah, but
there's that.
I hope everybody just gets help.
Yeah. Now, Lewis, you dealt with depression for a while. How were you able to bring yourself out of it? Do you think was it just time or?
It was time. It was friends. It was working on the foxhole. Jeff just fighting through it. I called some people. I talked to them. I talked to myself. I talked to God. I just I fought through it.
Did you feel like you wanted to kill yourself at any point?
No. I just, because I didn't trust enough people around me for the funeral service.
Yeah, because I would have went through his clothes and all that.
Yeah, no, because it was too much goodness around me. That was all just me, and my selfishness, as far as dealing with it and feeling like I should be somewhere else or why didn't it happen to me. It was all me. And I just kept looking outside and say, and I started volunteering, coaching. It helps you when you realize, that there is a purpose. You got to wake up for a purpose. And then I stayed in the bed for a lot of times and just stayed under the covers and then you just got to fight through it,
You called me and asked me for some extra socks and shit, I was like, all right.
You gotta fight through it. It's not easy. It's not easy.
No, it's not.
But it is, and people always kept telling me, there's light at the end of the tunnel. So you got to realize that. Thank you. You got to realize that and just keep fighting until you see that light and have a couple people you trust. And who wants to leave their kids and just? In no way in the world was I going to leave Lewis and Peyton and Sydney all by themselves. No way. I couldn't do that. What kind of man does that? And only a sick man does that. So if you're sick, just get help. Get help. So hey, my food is coming. So I'll see y'all. Have a good show. Finish it strong, Jeff. And it was really nice talking with you. Really, thank you again for Brooklyn Deli.
All right, man. Continue to crush up there, man. Sacktown, man. We trying to see people up there in Sacramento. If you go to the Punchline and you want to hear some great comedy tonight, you're going to have three of the best. Steve White, Louis Dix, and Craig Robertson. So go check them out and support them.
All right. Oh, and I saw Bone Thugs and Harmony.
What?
Yeah, the woman that owns the club owns another club, and they were performing. So Craig and I went. And I
even got their name right.
Yeah,
Jeez.
No, because I had to read it. I'm sitting there reading it. But I had a good time. All right, later.
All right, Lou.
Yeah. Thanks for calling in, bro.
Anyway.
Damn, why do we have to take that call? Damn.
You just really trying to take over Lou's show, huh?
See how Lou's show. Hey, man, are you hiring over there?
We are, actually.
All right. That nigga got a job waiting for him.
I know. Oh, I know. It's lunchtime, and so we want to thank you, Hakeem, once again for...
You got my sandwich right this time?
I hope so.
B, what's up, B? You got the sandwich, B?
I didn't make them, so I hope they...
I want you to make it, B. Look how you look, B. I want you to make that sandwich, B.
I retired from sandwich making.
Oh, you don't do it no more?
Stepped out of that game. Man. I supervise now.
That's all?
Yep.
But you gotta do a special...
Oh, so you don't make any of the sandwiches?
No, I'm lying. I'm lying. I'll be making sandwiches.
How long you guys been over there now?
September will make 4 years.
Oh wow. August is my 4th anniversary.
Yep. So
we're gonna have a party here.
Yeah, we're gonna have one too. So
we should see if we could do a block party, just like
cool.
from what is this? 43rd to Vernon.
Yeah, they gonna shut us down. You know they closing the street, right?
For the subway?
Yup, the 15th.
For how long?
Like they blocking the whole thing for like 45 days.
How's that gonna affect your business? 45 days?
Yeah. They gonna block this from right here to right here for 45 days.
So they gave you notice already, huh?
Yeah,
they gave me notice too, but all my guests enter through the back. So
so they'll be able to use the back?
It's not gonna really affect me too much, but I know that your business.
I don't know.
Hey man,
we still like the last closure, like people still got to us. Mm-hmm. So and we deliver a lot.
Okay.
And we got a lot of apps, so we just have people pull up in the back and pick up. Something like that. It always work out. Plus we get we'll have all the construction workers. So they'll just come right out the hole and eat, and it'd be like pretty busy.
You hook them up?
So. No.
I heard that. That's right. You gotta pay rent over here.
Yeah, look at that, man.
They gotta pay. So but I ain't gonna lie,
one slice meat ass.
Before I go, I do wanna say shout out to what's that, Wall Shade, because they definitely make sure the guys eat with us and all that type of stuff.
Who is that you said?
The people building the train.
Oh yeah, Metro.
Metro. Not really Metro. Wall Shade is the guys that's actually building it. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So they kind of make sure that they let the guys know about us, and all the guys that eat with us, they let the other guys know. So They like shout out to them. They look out big time.
So have you seen, how much growth have you seen in that 4 years? And was it a gradual climb, or are you guys to where you like to be? Well, I know there's always time.
No, I'm still, man.
You can't look at him. He eating.
Nah, that's because I'm.
Hey, I'm right with him. We both 4 years in this.
I don't got no time. When he came out here, he was like this. He was like that.
But this thing right here takes so much of my time. But
you eating, B?
But man, what was the question that made me forget?
I said, have you seen a nice little growth? Has it been gradual?
We grew. Yeah, it's a gradual growth. Like, we grew. Like, I ain't gonna lie, we was up, we was down. That's why he was like, you ever been depressed? I'm like, hell yeah. We was down for a minute.
Yeah.
Like, when they really first started the construction, no one was coming. Like, we were putting our own money in for like the whole second year. It was like all our own money, just keeping the place up. Then, like, you know, it kind of rounded itself out around the end of the second year.
Yeah.
You starting to see that return now?
No, I don't see nothing yet. Like, it pays for itself. I could pay the workers, but like, I work at night, so like, I'm still on the grind. Like, it ain't where I need it to be. You know what I mean?
I'm right with you. I mean, we've been here 4 years. We're still not really seeing a profit, but we're up and running. When I first got this place, I paid the rent on it a whole year before I even had one piece of equipment in here, because I knew that this was the place that I wanted to do this.
Yeah.
Especially here in Leimert Park, and then the how perfect this building is for what we do over here. It was already a studio.
There you go.
And so, but it is hard, but you can't give up. That's the whole thing, is that you in too deep. We in too deep right now.
Like, I can't do nothing else, but like, everything I do, I'll be like, yo, this is going to benefit my business. All right, yeah, you got to grind it out at night and work. This is going to benefit my business.
That's what you got to do.
You know what I mean? So it's a struggle, but that's why I got a boy who had a business. It got hard for him. 8 months in, then he quit. And I told him before he even started, like, yo, my man, it's going to be hard.
Yes.
Like, it ain't going to be easy.
Yeah, nothing going to come easy.
Oh, my God. Being an entrepreneur is just a whole other thing. It's almost like how we can relate. It's like being drug addicts together, just being able to relate to that
y'all
grind.
know my story now. Shit.
And then you be like 5
You
years
ever smoke
in.
crack?
Oh, damn.
You be like 5 years in, and people be like, you be like 8 years in, and people start finding out about you. They think you just pop. Like, nah, nigga, I've been grinding at this for like years already before you even knew me.
Yeah.
Like, so it be a whole. That's why I tell people, like, don't get me wrong, some people get lucky. Overnight success for real.
Nah, but it's still that, you know, they put that work in.
Exactly,
It's their time to shine.
Exactly. And it might happen faster for them, slower for me. But I know when I'm famous, I'm going to have a story. Like, bro, this is my story.
I'm right there with you.
Yeah, so.
And we'll sit down and eat a sandwich.
I'm gonna be at Noble.
Do you plan to expand? What is the vision for Brooklyn Deli?
You know what the vision
Franchises?
is? I mean, yo, you know what? All I want is 500 stores. That's all I want. 500 stores. People
got
be like,
that, B.
People be like, you want 500? That's a lot. But I'm like, bro, Subway got like 25,000 locations or some crazy number like that.
B, we got you.
Yeah,
are you going to franchise, or are you going to own all 500?
I want to own like 100 and then franchise the next 400, and wherever we could go with that. I mean, even if it don't happen and I end up with 5 stores, I'm still balling. But I'm going to aim for the 500.
I got you, my nigga. We'll go home and make some crack calls. We got you, B. Put some dope weight behind that shit.
Everything ain't crack, Jeff. Just because.
So we're going to set up shop.
I be thinking, I'm like him. I think everything crack, too. I'll be like, yo, them niggas got money. Oh, they was selling crack.
Tell them, nigga, we're going to set up shop in the back, nigga. Sandwiches and take a hit on the way out, nigga. That's how we gonna run it.
Especially if they come out in the store and like they open the store and it look like real commercial.
Yeah.
All them niggas was selling crack
in the
that's
store.
How they got popping.
Yeah, so that's how we gonna do.
Yeah,
man, thank you for coming in. It was finally meeting you, man.
Sure.
Going to make a nigga a sandwich, man.
We have a call. Hold on, it might be for Hakeem. Wait up, hold up.
It's Sweet Willie. I feel it. It's my nigga right here. Hello?
No, it ain't.
Yo, this is Darnell out that Tuscaloosa area.
What's up, player?
What up? Hey, Hakeem.
What's good?
Hey, hit that nigga Jeff in the mouth for mocking you. Tell him, hey, city of God.
Hey, God, yo.
But,
Check yourself. We bond. Me and my man right here, we building right here. We building. He's gonna send it in and out.
I just called in to salute Hakeem though. Hey, I like what you doing. Your wife, she was on the other show I watched with Game Talk.
Okay.
With, Aaron.
Yep.
And they good people too, man. And I fuck with them. So yeah, I was just calling in to salute you, man.
Thank you, bro.
Like, it's good to see a black family on the move like that. Took a chance, and it turned out good for y'all.
Good looking, man. I appreciate it.
So we're going to Amazon you a sandwich, my nigga. What you want?
If you ever out here, definitely come check us out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm coming out there. I got to come out there because I promised sister I was coming out there. I'm coming out there soon when I get some free time, though. I be working and shit all the time, man.
Okay, so when you come out here, where you from?
I'm from Detroit, but I stay in Alabama now, though.
All right, play. So hit me up when you come. Check in when you come.
Not with you, nigga. I'm with
hey, nigga, you better check in, nigga. Phone check, nigga.
Thanks for calling.
Okay, y'all be good.
All right, player. Have a safe weekend.
All right.
Niggas thinking, come man, we building over here. Niggas hate, man.
Hey, you want to hear one story before
Is it a crack story?
Nah, it's just funny because, like, everybody really make fun of my accent, but it's way different. Y'all go into the store. So I go to the guy. I'm like, yo, you got any markers? He looking at me all crazy. I'm like, yo, you don't got no markers, bro? It's a 99-cent store.
Yeah, exactly.
He like, yo, we don't got that, man. I'm like, yo, you don't got no markers? He like, nah. I'm like, you got any markers? He was like, out 3. The whole fucking store was cracking up, bro. Man. I was like, man, but hey, thank you very much.
Wait, we got one more call. I'm sorry. Hakeem, you done got
Hakeem hour and shit.
You jealous. Anybody?
Yeah, nigga gonna make me a sandwich,
but you, Jeff.
Anybody but
me.
You. Damn.
Caller. Stop.
Yo, I can't get my music, cat?
My nigga.
Oh, thank you right there. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, son. Yeah. Whoa.
It's my nigga right here, yo. What's up, Willie?
Yo, son, what's good, son? What that lettuce life like, though,
Yo, what's good, son?
It's popping over there?
It's popping.
Cracking over there, baby.
I gotta stop fucking with you, man. Hey, man, shout out to Brooklyn, man. Man, what the fuck you doing over in California, man? You don't love New York no more?
I mean, I do, bro, but it's 80 in December here. I mean, you can't beat that shit, bro. You can't beat it. 80
I know, right?
10
all year long.
All year
long. The girls walking around with no panties on,
bro. Even when the weather bad, the weather good to me. Be raining, but it still be like 60. I'll be like, nigga, this is lovely.
Because you see when winter comes, how these niggas dress, you be like, nigga, come on, man.
Where you from?
Chicago.
So you know, nigga. Man, it's cold in here.
You be in that deli with your wife every day, man?
Every day, bro.
Yo, you can't even look at the asses wobbling. You gotta make that sandwich real quick and get a quick peek, like.
Hey,
it's a real one that called in.
Hey, look, I don't even got no time for that, man. I'm still trying to figure out how to make more cash.
Yo, your wife ain't in the studio, is she?
Nah.
Okay. All right, we safe, shit. We safe.
There you go.
So you showing them out there how the East Coast sandwiches is, huh?
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, you'd be crazy how much people come in and really don't know what a sandwich is about. And I be confused, but they don't know. But we showing them, bro, for sure.
You slapping them sandwiches up with a lot of meat, though?
A lot of meat. Not crazy, but it got meat. All the other
is that a pause moment? Is that a pause moment right there?
I think so.
Yeah. I'm trying to get this nigga. Yeah, I'm trying to get him to put a little more on there, man. A little extra on them motherfuckers. Look how big this nigga is sitting next to me.
He's not big. Stop it, Jeff.
Yo, John Lemon, man, you from Chicago, so you know, man, like, I'm in Atlanta, bro, like,
yes.
Like, these motherfuckers down here be horrible with food, man. These motherfuckers and shit don't know shit, bro. Everybody is so commercialized and motherfucking corporatized down here, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
No real down home shit.
Yeah, you can't get no real hood shit out here like that, man. If you do, you go to the hood, south side, west side or some shit, man, you might find a little mom and pop with a little something, but it ain't like real shit. Like, New Orleans niggas, Memphis niggas,
right.
Brooklyn niggas, New Jersey niggas, Chicago niggas, Detroit niggas. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And everybody think Atlanta the black Mecca. And you would think the food is good.
Nah, it's not.
Nah.
Yeah. So anyway, man, look, I get out of here, man. I let y'all niggas do your thing, John Lemon. I let you get back to whatever the fuck you do, nigga. My man, I know you gotta check in. You gotta check in on them tomatoes, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Make sure them tomatoes ain't about to go bad. You know what I mean?
There you go, player.
All right, Poe, I'll fuck with you later, Poe.
All right, Willie.
All right,
Talk to you
man.
later.
All right, thank y'all for having
All right,
me.
player.
Man. Thank you.
All right,
man.
so we're going to take a quick break, and then we'll be back to wrap up. Thank you, Hakeem. Remember to visit Brooklyn Deli, 4308 Crenshaw Boulevard. And where you guys on social media?
Brooklyn Deli 14.
On the real, yo, the bomb-ass sandwiches, yo, on the real. If you ever in L.A., hit the Leimert Park area, my man Hakeem, he going to hook you up, yo. They bomb-ass sandwiches.
And let them know that Morris Media sent you.
Please do. All right, thank y'all. Y'all have a good one.
We'll be
All right,
back.
money.
Have you been looking for something delicious and amazing to eat? Brooklyn Deli and Mini Market has just what you need to fill that appetite. Come on in. Try our signature hot and cold sandwiches made with Boar's Head quality meats, as well as our salads, smoothies, and special vegan items. Brooklyn Deli and Mini Market also offers premium catering for any event. Give us a call at 347-981-8408. We're a family-owned business located in the heart of Leimert Park Community, 4308 Crenshaw Boulevard in Los Angeles. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at Brooklyn Deli 14. And look us up on Yelp. See why we're rated 5 stars. Brooklyn Deli and Mini Market, where quality food meets excellent service.
Well, yeah, we got to go get our sandwiches. Hakeem said he going to hook us up. Brooklyn Deli, if you ever in the L.A. area, or if you live in Los Angeles, please, and you watch the show, go check them out in Brooklyn Deli, 14. Delicious sandwiches is in the Leimert Park area. You can Yelp it, and they set you up. Before I go out of here, I want to thank the listeners, for letting me, just ride solo for these 2 hours while my road dogs are doing their thing. Really want to give them a special shout out and a thanks for trusting and believe in me that I could hold it down. Much love. Thank you, Poetess, for allowing me to continue to do a man's world without them here, so we can bring some consistency to you all. So that's gratefully appreciate. But I got beef with one comment in the comment section. Ira Lacey, she ain't got no love. She's so fucking critical everything I do. So I want her ass to call in next week, because I know she's going to watch the show. 323-293-3375. Because you about a negative ass. Everything that come out of my mouth, you take little, and you got a bad comment. Is Jeff, is John Lemon a GD or BD? Gangsta Disciple or Baby Dick?
You're both.
She,
Why
she,
you mad at that?
But she love you, though. She love Tita. She respect Lewis, but everything come out of my mouth like I'm a bad parent. When I talk about my son, she like, oh, John Lemon, the last one to give.
How do you know that's a female? Ira could be a guy.
I'm taking it. It's probably a female, Well, if it's a guy, then my bag,
It's still, if it's so if a guy said it, it's okay?
No,
Did he said all that?
No. That's why I'm telling them to call in. So I don't know if because they don't have no picture up. So I was thinking that too. It could be a guy too. So if it's a female or male, whatever,
You if you ain't got no haters, you ain't got shit. So just be happy there's niggas out there hating on you right now.
It's always niggas
that
hating on me.
That means you starting to do something.
But it's always niggas hating on me. But this one particular nigga that hating on me, I'm just fed up with that motherfucker. I'm trying to start a beef war up in here. For real though. But I appreciate all the comments, the listeners, the viewers. I hope you all enjoyed the show today. Go out and have a safe weekend. Like we said earlier at the top of the show, we want to reiterate before we do sign up.
It's reiterate.
Reiterate. So y'all correct I don't need all that. I can talk. I can talk. I speak very well. If you're having trouble and you need to reach out to talk to someone, please do. Please. You
want to give out your number?
Yeah, I give out my number.
You would?
Yes.
I don't know if I do that.
Yeah, I'm like Mike Jones. I have Sprint. Well, nobody from the show probably called me anyway. I know Ira Lacey won't, because it's like, who would take advice from him? But no, seriously. There's a National Suicide Prevention Lifeline, 1-800-273-8255. Please, if you know someone going through depression and they're at the brink, or they determine that, you know, they can no longer take it or withstand this no more, please reach out, talk to them. You know, just they need an ear, and they just want to be heard. So please listen out. I'm going to sign off. In a man's world, thank you for allowing me to do this, POTUS. Much love to you for believing in me, because you could have canceled the show.
I didn't believe in you. I really didn't.
I know. You could have canceled it, though.
You guys have a great weekend, and we'll catch you back here next week. Later.
Good night. Oh.